Hello everyone and welcome to Book Chats. I'm Savannah Dorset, a librarian with Houston Public Library. In honor of Halloween, we're going to dive into the world of Gothic horror. What's Gothic horror, you ask? This is a genre that emerged out of the late 18th century in England and combined elements of horror with themes of death, decay, good and evil, the duality of human nature, and the supernatural. Think ghosts, monsters, dark curses, and prophecies, often mixed with romance or a psychological element and lots of strong emotion. Writers of Gothic fiction were very fond of the concept of an almost pleasurable kind of terror, the idea that peeking beyond the known world could take us outside of ourselves. In other words, we all need a good scare every once in a while to keep the blood pumping. Some early exemplars of the genre include Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Robert Louis Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and the short stories of Edgar Allan Poe, including The Telltale Heart and The Fall of the House of Usher. So let's share some titles, a mix of oldies but goodies and newer works. Dracula by Bram Stoker. This Gothic horror classic is cleverly framed using a mix of newspaper clippings, telegram messages, and diary entries from the assembled team of vampire hunters that include super genius Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, his protege Dr. John Seward, and husband and wife Jonathan and Mina Harker, who are totally couple goals, as not even a slight brush with vampirism stands in the way of their love and support for each other. It's not until the parties meet up and compare notes that the true scope of the evil that they're battling is realized, and then the hunt is on. What's truly amazing is that the actual character of Dracula is almost never seen and speaks very little in the book. He's constantly one step ahead, hiding in the shadows, or vampire hunters arrive just in time to witness the aftermath of his wicked deeds. It makes him even more mysterious and fear-inducing, and the whole book even more deliciously creepy. It's no surprise that he's a character who still lingers in our imagination over 100 years later. Our second title is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. For fans of the hit Netflix series, why not start with the original 1960 source material? Anthropologist and wannabe ghost hunter Dr. John Montague brings a group of strangers together to investigate an alleged haunted house. Soon they experience all sorts of terrifying sights and sounds. Imagination? Delusion? Is the house trying to frighten them away or warn them that now that they've entered, they can never leave? Shirley Jackson is the absolute queen of a quiet, mundane sort of horror that burrows into the back of your mind and stays there. A sense that reality as you know it is an uncertain thing, and the scariest monsters you'll ever know live right next door to you, especially if you live next door to a crumbling old mansion. Her works are richly detailed, wonderfully atmospheric, with perfect slow build, almost claustrophobic tension that will have you jumping at every noise and shadow. Now for some new favorites. First we have The Girl from Raw Blood by Catriona Ward. Opening in 1910, we are first introduced to 11-year-old Iris Villarca as she states, "This is how I come to kill my father. It begins like this." Iris lives completely cut off from the world, except for her protective father and their family's remote estate. Hovering over them both is the ancestral curse, a ghostly presence that destroys any in their line if they fall in love, marry, or have children, and sickens them if they try to leave the property. And of course, despite all efforts, Iris falls in love with a local farmer, which unleashes horrifying repercussions. This intricately plotted and stylistically complex debut features multiple perspectives and time jumps, is a wonderfully homage to classic Gothic works, and won the 2016 award for Best Horror Novel at the British Fantasy Awards. And last but not least, The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell. 2 words for you: creepy dolls. Newly married and just as quickly widowed, Elsie Bainbridge is trapped at her husband's crumbling estate to wait out her pregnancy and surrounded by resentful servants and suspicious villagers. Apparently, the estate has been the center of several strange deaths. While exploring her new home, more like prison, she stumbles upon a wooden doll that bears a startling resemblance to her, with eyes that seem to follow her. Soon she finds more dolls, all bearing remarkable similarities to people in the household or from her past, memories and people she'd rather forget. And they seem to be moving about the house, watching her. Is she going mad? Are they a warning that she's in terrible danger? This book is wonderfully atmospheric, with lush prose and a delightfully unsettling sense of foreboding that hovers over every page. It's the perfect title for a cold, dark night snuggled under the blankets, although I can't say how well you'll sleep afterwards. Looking for more scary good reads? Ask your friendly librarian for help. We're available via email, chat, or telephone reference, or you can visit our website, houstonlibrary.org, and request a custom book list. How cool is that? I'm Savannah Dorset. See you next time.